as we said yesterday, Australia is as well prepared as any nation in the world to deal with emerging variants. We are now at 39.2 million vaccinations, 92.4% first doses, 87% second doses, and 430,000 boosters. And so Australians are doing their part to provide the strongest possible protection. And that's been played out in one of the highest vaccination rates in the world, one of the most recently and freshly vaccinated countries in the world, and one of the lowest rates of loss of life in the world. All our expectations are that those trends will continue. Nevertheless, our goal has been to be prepared for emerging variants, and there are a series that have come before, and no doubt there will be others that come after Omicron. But last night, the National Security Committee of Cabinet met and made these additional decisions in addition to those that were taken and announced on Saturday. In particular, in order to provide a 2-week period during which Professor Kelly and his colleagues can work with international colleagues and our domestic capabilities to analyse and to understand the full nature of the Omicron variant, which of course is showing some signs that it may be milder, but that's still to be determined. We will put a pause on the next phase of international arrivals, which would have commenced on the 1st of December. In particular, those arrivals with regards to the students and working visas and other related categories, which were going to commence on the 1st of December, will now commence on the 15th of December. We're doing this out of an abundance of caution, but our overwhelming view is that whilst it's an emerging variant, it's a manageable variant. We know that other countries are facing the same challenges, and we know that the US President Biden, spoke and made the points about the United States looking to have a 2-week period, which was exactly the advice that Professor Kelly and the head of the Scientific and Technical Advisory Group, Professor Murphy, gave the National Security Committee yesterday. So it just reminds me that we're blessed with the advisors we have. The additional measures which will also occur is that the bubbles which were going to open with Korea and Japan will now be put back by 2 weeks, paused by 2 weeks from the 1st to the 15th of December. And those measures which we announced on the weekend will now be extended to the 15th of December. And all of this is done on the presumption that we will recommence from the 15th of December, but medical advice will guide our decision-making throughout. Essentially, that's the brief update. Minister Andrews will outline some of the border measures and the cooperation with the states, and the Chief Medical Officer will talk about the next 2 weeks and what we're looking at and what we've found so far and the process for that recommencement. The other thing is I do want to particularly single out and thank South Africa. South Africa has been very cooperative and transparent, both internationally and directly with Australia. Our High Commission is working with South Africa. The Deputy Chief Medical Officer, Professor Michael Kidd, has been working with South Africa. And the advice on the fact that this may turn out to be a milder variant, even if it were more transmissible, has come very much from the field evidence on the ground in South Africa. So we want to acknowledge them. We recognise it's a difficult time for them, but everybody's working together. And Australia's dealt with challenges, and we're ready for this. We're able to deal with this, and we want to give Australians that confidence.